Movie Camera Gist Hub TV, it's your number one spot where you get gist without filter. If you are new here, welcome to the family that gives you raw, real and uncut stories the way they truly are. Please take 1 second to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell and join the Gist Hub TV community because you don't want to miss what we are about to unravel today. In what many fans are already calling the most emotionally charged twist in the Yul Edochie and May Edochie saga, fresh reports have emerged that Yul recently placed a direct call to May, breaking months of silence and tension, and finally opened up about the real reason he walked away from their once-admired marriage. And trust Gist Hub TV when we say this conversation was anything but ordinary. According to insiders close to the family, this call did not come casually. It came after days of intense reflection, backlash, regret, and what some describe as a moment of personal reckoning for the actor. Sources claim Yul's tone during the call was softer than usual, less defensive, less aggressive, and filled with the kind of emotional weight that suggested he was no longer speaking as a man trying to justify his choices, but as someone confronting the reality of what he had lost. Before we go any deeper, this is your gentle reminder to subscribe to Gist Hub TV right now. Subscription is free, but the premium gist you will get here is priceless. Hit that button and stay with us. The call reportedly started with a long silence. May, surprised but composed, answered in her usual calm tone while Yul allegedly struggled to find the right words. He allegedly began by acknowledging the pain he caused, not just to her but to their children, and admitted that the way everything unfolded was far from the vision he once had for their family. For the first time in a long while, he was not defending his decision. Instead, he was explaining it. Yul allegedly told May that his departure was never initially driven by hatred or a lack of love for her. He claimed it was rooted in emotional confusion, ego, and a growing restlessness that he failed to address maturely. He spoke about feeling trapped in expectations, overwhelmed by the pressure of maintaining a perfect family image while mentally craving something that made him feel escaped, alive, and seen in a way he felt he had lost over the years. He reportedly mentioned that fame, social validation, and the illusion of constant praise began to feed a part of him that grew dissatisfied with routine domestic life. According to the leaked account, Yul said he felt like he was losing his individuality, even though May had stood by him through his struggling years, supported his career, and built a stable home with him. Instead of communicating, he chose silence, distance, and eventually betrayal. May, on the other end of the phone, was said to have listened without interruption. No shouting. No emotional outburst. Just quiet listening. And that silence, according to those close to her, spoke louder than any argument ever could. It was the silence of a woman who had already processed her pain and moved into a space of emotional self-preservation. Midway into the call, Yul reportedly touched on the introduction of Judy Austin into his life, admitting that what began as admiration shifted into emotional involvement, and then into a situation he never properly ended with dignity. He allegedly confessed that instead of handling things privately and respectfully, he allowed the situation to blow into the public sphere, humiliating May and exposing their family to relentless scrutiny. At this point, Gist Hub TV reminds you again, if you are still watching and you haven't subscribed, now is the perfect time. Join the Gist Hub TV family and stay connected to the truth behind every viral story. Yul's reasoning, according to the alleged conversation, was not about replacing May. He claimed it was about escaping a version of himself he no longer understood. However, he admitted that in chasing personal freedom, he destroyed emotional stability, loyalty, and trust that had taken years to build. He acknowledged that May was not the problem. His inability to communicate, reflect, and prioritize family was. May's response was reportedly calm but firm. She reminded him that love is not defined by confusion but by consistency, respect, and responsibility. She allegedly explained that while he searched for freedom, she was forced to rebuild her life from emotional rubble, carrying the weight of public pity, judgment, and unsolicited opinions. And yet, she chose dignity. Insiders claim that May made it clear that while forgiveness is possible, reconciliation is not guaranteed. Healing, she said, is not a reverse button. The scars may fade but the memory remains, and trust once broken cannot be stitched back with mere explanations. Yul reportedly ended the call by expressing regret, not just for losing his wife but for losing his best friend, his foundation, and the woman who believed in him before fame amplified his name. He allegedly said, I didn't lose you when I left, I lost you when I stopped valuing you. Those words reportedly left May silent for several moments before she calmly wished him well. This conversation has now reignited debates online. Some see it as a genuine moment of self-awareness. Others believe it is a strategic emotional move aimed at softening public perception. Either way, one thing remains clear: the Yul and May story is no longer just a celebrity narrative, it has become a lesson on ego, choices, accountability, and consequences. As the dust continues to settle, fans are left questioning whether this call marks the beginning of closure or simply another chapter in a saga that refuses to rest. Will Yul's words lead to healing, or are they arriving too late? Only time will tell. If you have followed this story from the beginning, share your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Yul's explanation is sincere or self-serving? Should May ever consider reconciliation, or is moving on the strongest statement she can make? And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Gist Hub TV, your trusted home for unfiltered gist, real-time drama, and stories that keep you informed and entertained. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay locked.